I'm showing you one of our new products. This is something that I have been working on. This is a series of stone powders. They go all the way up from an abrasive powder up to a fine polishing powder. There's 4 different grades. Today with me I have the coarse grit and our fine grit. It also comes in a medium and ultra fine. Today I'm just going to be showing you the coarse and the fine grit abrasive. We will be starting with the coarse grit. This is made from both synthetic and natural stones. We make all of the products here in our shop, and they come with these 15 milliliter spoons. A little bit goes a long way. I actually already have some mixed up here, but I'm just going to add a little more to it. All you need is about 2 spoonfuls, and it lasts quite a long time, where a little bit goes a long way. We're just going to put it into water like this. I have nothing else in here other than water and stone powder. I will be showing you how to do this in just a moment on a pair of garden shears here. Now I already started doing these earlier. This is from past demonstrations. This is a combination of the coarse and the fine grit. I got a little bit of rust right here. So this is probably the only space I have that I haven't done a demonstration on, so I'll be showing you guys right here. So again, we're starting with the coarse grit. If you make it more like a paste, it's roughly equivalent, because I know people like their grits to rate things, so it's roughly equivalent to 80 to 100 grit. So it is fairly aggressive, but it leaves a very nice scratch pattern on knives and tools. You can see in here we just have our water mixture, and this lasts quite a long time. This is the, now again, I don't recommend using your finger because it is abrasive powder, and over time it will abrade your finger, but just for demonstration purposes I will be using that here today. So again, this is the coarse grit mixed with just a tiny bit of water. A little bit goes a long way. I'm just going to be showing you and rub this on here so you folks can see how well this works. Now, fingers aren't too great for sanding or using this because you can't get quite even pressure, and the fingers are quite soft, but you can see there already how well that cleans these shears up. I have another product here, not to steer away from the one I'm showing you, but this is an applicator slash polisher slash natural rust eraser. If you're interested in these will also be on our website by the end of today. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use this to dab up my paste, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run this on here. Now, these applicators have a solid rubber core wrapped in several layers of double cotton canvas, and again, this is something we make here in our shop, and this gives me a much better result because I'm able to apply very even, smooth pressure to this. Now, you can use this coarse grit for knives, tools, just about anything that has rust on it to clean it up. You can see there now with the applicator we have a much better result in cleaning that rust off of the tool. Again, this is a very coarse grit, roughly 80 to 100 grit, and it can also be used to lap your whetstones. With that, I would recommend making it a little bit more watery, and you would put it on a very flat surface like a piece of marble or a flat Scotch and glass, and just mix the powder with a little bit of water, and then you would rub your whetstone on there. Today I'm just going to be demonstrating on the tool. So that again is the coarse grit, and you can see how much rust it's removed. So now I'm going to go ahead, and go over to the fine grit. So this one is the fine grit, and this is made from a mixture of recycled ceramics and Japanese natural stones that again we grind up here in house. And this one is roughly equivalent to 1,000 to 15,000 depending on how much of the, I want to set this over here for a second, how much water and how much paste or powder you use. I'm going to take my glass plate here. These can also be ordered as a set with your powders. You can get the powders individually, you can get all 4, you can get 3, however you'd like. Again, they'll be available on our website later on today, but I'm just going to take a little bit here and just a little bit of water in my hand. It doesn't take too much water, and just putting a few drops on here. And now what I'm going to do is cover this so I don't get water in there. Now this is very fine, so you can see makes a very fine chalky dust. Alright, my lid on there. Now let's mix this up. So again, I'm using this to polish something. This is a bit watery. You can make it thicker, just use less water or more water. It's really whatever you would like to use. Okay, again, let me see, we were working right there. So I'm going to take some of this and put that on there. Okay, and again, you don't really want to use your finger for this because it is abrasive powders. There is bits of stone and ceramics in here, and it will start to abrade your finger at some point. Obviously we don't want to do that. So again, the applicator pad works the best, but I am just using the fine grit powder now on here. I could definitely feel it working on my finger. It's burning quite a bit. That burning, it's not like, oh my god, it's on fire kind of feeling, but it's definitely from the ceramics and other things that are in there, obviously, but not an issue. And there you go. So you could see using this fine grit. Now if you want it to be a lot brighter, or you want to do a lot more fine polish, then make the paste a bit thicker, add less water. But again, this fine powder is roughly equivalent to 1000 to 1500 grit. Yeah, but there you go. You could see all the different spots we've been doing today for our demonstrations, even right in here. This is using the applicator with the fine grit powder. The other two powders, the medium is roughly equivalent anywhere from 500 to 800, and the ultra fine is anywhere from 3 to 4000 grit. And that can be used to put a really nice polish on knives. That one is more of a polishing powder than it is abrasive. The fine grit can be used to remove light amount of rust, and obviously again we can use it to polish up metal quite nicely. You get much better results when you use something more solid like our applicator pads. These are quite easy to work with. Once you're ready to rinse these off, all you need to do is just dab them in some soapy water and strain them out. You can see all the rust and everything kind of coming out of there. Yep, and it is good to go again. Or you can let it dry overnight and it'll be good to go. I'll get more into those applicators later on, but yeah, obviously the star here is these stone powders that I want to be showing you. So again, we have our, too small of a table, not enough room for everything. We have our powders here. So again, this is our coarse grit, this one here, and then this is our fine grit powder, and then there's a medium and ultra fine. These will again be available on our website. A little bit goes a long way. They last quite a long time. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments, or if you have any if you'd like any other information, leave it down in the comments, and then we will do our best to get back to you as soon as we can. Thank you guys for watching.